Let's talk about Black Herman, the Black magician that cheated death. My name is Nicole Cardoza. I'm a magician and I want to celebrate the magic in you. Black Herman was born as Benjamin Rucker in 1889, and he learned stage magic from working with another performer named Prince Herman. Herman and Rucker traveled together doing their own group show. But when Prince Herman unexpectedly passed away, Rucker adopted the name Black Herman and continued on in his mentor's legacy. He eventually moved to Harlem, and he was performing as a Black magician during the eve of the Harlem Renaissance, introducing stage magic as one of the cultural shifts that we would see come from the community in Harlem at that time. He performed for mixed audiences in the North, and he traveled to the South to perform for primarily Black audiences. Because remember, Jim Crow segregation did not allow Black people and white people to be in the same space for most performing arts. His shows featured some incredible acts. He would levitate, he would make rabbits come out of nowhere, he did escape art like getting out of straitjackets and other shackles and chains, and he even provided cures for health ailments that their audience was experiencing at the time. But Black Herman was really known for one thing, and that is when he would bury himself alive. When he was in town for a new show, he would actually go to the town, bury himself. 3 days later, his body would be dug up, revived, brought back to life, and he would walk himself to the stage venue to start his show. So he was starting his magic show as a resurrected being. That was just like the taste of what was to come. In 1934, when he was 44 years old, Black Herman suffered a heart attack, but the community didn't believe it. So his assistant actually sold tickets for his audience to be able to see his body, giving him one last sold out show and setting this notion all together that Black Herman was being laid to rest. Now, how incredible would it have been for Black audiences in particular to witness a stage magic show with a Black man dying and then coming back to life, submitting himself to death because he knew that he could resurrect himself. To understand how important Black Herman's work as a performer was during this time is you need to understand the commodification of Black death. Black Herman was performing at a time during the start of the Great Migration where Black communities were taking so much time and care to move themselves and their families from the South into the North to find more economic opportunity and hopefully creating safer spaces for themselves and their families to thrive. Commodification of Black death was used as a way to expel Black communities from southern states and northern states that did not want Black people to be living there. Lynching postcards were really popular during this time where people would be sharing and celebrating the lynching that would happen of Black people, especially those that were attacked as they were passing through towns that were sundown towns and Black people weren't allowed to be there. We continue to commodify Black death to today, and I can only imagine what it would have looked like to read the story of another Black death in a newspaper before realizing it was actually an advertisement promoting this stage magician that faced death every single day. Like and comment below if you enjoyed this piece, and follow me for more stories about Black magicians throughout history.